Yo, this is my Liza P first impression video, and I have to say this game surprised the hell out of me. It was actually really fun, the demo. Um, they let you do about 2 chapters in this game. You know, you get to fight about 3 bosses. You get a little bit of exploring to do in this. First off is first, the graphics look really clean. The game ran really smooth. I know it's just a demo, but these are things we have to think about. It was hardly ever any glitches or lag or anything like that. Also, a lot of people would say that this game resembles a Bloodborne game. I never got the privilege of playing Bloodborne, so I couldn't really tell you, but it's probably more like Bloodborne just based on the gameplay that I've seen. Besides that, it's like every other Souls game. You got your vitality, your vigor, pretty much like your health, your endurance, the capacity you could carry. They have technique as a skill, and I'm not 100% certain what that is, but I'm pretty sure that's your special ability that you get with your Y or triangle move if you're using controller. How much damage you could do with that. You don't have strength anymore. You have, I don't even know how to say the word correctly, motivity or something like that, and that's pretty much like your strength, how hard you can hit. You have different weapons that scale with different skills, just like most Souls-like games. I ended up starting with a rapier with a lot of thrust movements, and then I ended up switching to one of my favorite weapons, which is the strength weapons. What's crazy too, I'm just gonna add this in, dude. I didn't know this was a story about Pinocchio. Like, it all makes sense to me now, dude. Liza P makes complete sense. That shit is crazy, bro. And then I started connecting the dots and seeing all these other characters are like characters from the movie. Like you had the Blue Fairy, which is where you can go to level up. You got Gemini Cricket. You got your pretty much your Firelink Shrine or your round table, which is called Hotel Kratz. This is where you would go, as far as I know, to level up. You cannot level up at your bonfires. Well, in this game it's called Stargazers. So you'd have to talk to her, which kind of resembles the Blue Fairy. I'm assuming that's the Blue Fairy from the movie. You have your equipment that you can put on, amulets, different parts, and you can't just, these are not just like rings that you can put on. They're literally different parts like cartridge, frames, and they're all their own sections. So you have to pick up equipment that's in those sections to use it in that section. You got your bag, which you can collect potions to help you throughout the game. And I'm assuming that costumes do not give you any kind of special abilities or stats. I would assume that they just are for looks, which I'm okay with. I think it's pretty cool, man, just to have it's one more less thing to worry about. You don't have to worry about your stats on your armor, whether it does like fire damage or everything's just the same. This is like your little hub area, and we didn't get to access much of this in the game. Obviously, it's a demo. You got Eugenie. This is also in Hotel Kratz. Pretty much like your blacksmith where you can upgrade your weapons, and they have a couple new twists to it. You get your sword, and you have your handles. So you can mix and match different handles and different swords, or I don't even know what that's called, but you know, the sword part, the sharp part, you can add the handles and mix and match to get different stats to the way you want to play. If you like strength, you can go heavy in strength. If you like being fast, you can have a little balance in between by mixing and matching these handles and swords. Also, you have a left arm. It kind of reminds me of the Winter Soldier. It's like an iron arm. I didn't get to use this ability too much. I know that I could pull enemies towards me, but it didn't really work on bigger opponents or bosses, so I didn't really use it as much. You can also alter handles by bringing Eugenie cranks. So you got motivity cranks, technique cranks, advanced cranks, different cranks that will give you different skill types and what your weapon scales with. Ultimately though, this game was really fun, man. I actually enjoyed it for the demo, and I actually wanted to continue the game, but I kind of forgot it was a demo because they let you go for so long. Now talking about the boss fights, I'm not gonna lie to you, I may be showing you a good clip right here, well, somewhat of a good clip, but it took me about a dozen tries for this boss right here. The only one I beat first try was the donkey that you have to fight when you meet Geppetto. These boss fights are actually pretty cool, man. They got a couple, all the bosses that I fought had two phases besides the donkey. They had their base phase, and then I call it their Super Saiyan phase, where they either go on fire, cut their own heads off, and do some crazy shit, or as this boss gets electricity and can lay electricity all over the field, man, to where it shocks you and stuns you, and he's able to hit you. The boss fights were fun, even though it took me about a dozen times to beat this boss. Like, I had fun playing it, dude. I had fun trying to learn his move set and everything that he does, and it felt good. It felt so just like it does in most of these games. It feels really good whenever you finally win. So expect some hard boss fights. These boss fights were tough, and I'm sure later in the game, once the full game comes out, you'll start finding out weaknesses, or maybe that you could have leveled up more or whatnot. I had a hidden moonstone, which is what you use to level up your weapons, and I used one on the wrong sword, so I only could level up my big great sword one time when I should have been able to do it 2 times. You have to literally repair your weapon on the go, so be prepared for that. Your health gauge on your weapon, which is in the bottom right corner right there, will drain pretty fast, and you need to be away whenever you do this, obviously. But it's another thing you have to worry about, some more variety to the boss fights. So it's pretty cool. It's not too big of a thing, but it is there. You also have different ways you can play this game. You have your dodges, you have blocking, but you also have something called perfect block, to where if you block any enemy at the right time, then they will do no damage to you at all. That's gonna take some time to master for some people. Some people are really good at it. It took me time to master. Sometimes I got lucky with my perfect block, so that's also in the game. And I just want to show this end part because it felt pretty good just to beat this dude. I literally had to learn his move set, and this felt good, man. I'm not gonna lie, I just wanted to add that in there real quick. But like I said, I didn't beat him the first try or anything like that. I'm not gonna lie to you all like that. So you got to thank you for playing, but I also checked out after this was done. I checked on the chair, and you have these things, and this is gonna be kind of funny, dude. You got something called P organs. Oh, sorry, dude, I can't say that with a straight face. P organs, which helps you get more, full cells so you can heal. It gives you, like double dodge. I checked some of these out at the end of the game, and I think it's pretty cool. You got 5 phases. And yeah, more health. I'm not completely sure how it works, because I wasn't able to dabble with it, but they got some other abilities that you can get to help you out. But yeah, that's all I have for the first impressions. I can't wait for this game to come out. If you're excited, dude, leave a like, subscribe, dude. Also, this game is coming to Game Pass, so you're going to be able to play this game literally 2 weeks after Starfield on Game Pass. So you're kind of getting a deal there. Thank you for watching the video, and I will catch you guys later.